Anytime.
Ready?
Ready, we're good.
I'd like to call the meeting to order.
For me, well, is Michelle there? So I always think. Is Michelle?
Is Michelle on?
Oh, Michelle's on, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can start with Michelle.
No, so she doesn't have to
Okay,
say.
Yeah.
sure.
She had a long day.
She might have switched devices there.
Sorry, give me a second. I was trying to get into my laptop. Here I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
all good.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll go first. So I am Michelle Gucciardi, Director of Metro West Shine. Just to update you on what's going on with Shine, we are currently business as usual, waiting for any sort of notification from the federal government about how the restructuring in Health and Human Services is going to affect our program. As you know, we are federally funded and federally sort of administered. That's where our program is sanctioned through the federal government and partially funded through the federal government. So we are waiting for anything about that. But as far as right now, we are business as usual with Shine. We have selected our new training class for our 2025 counselors. We're going to be training 8 new counselors, several from the Needham area. So we're really excited about that. We continue to have very busy schedules for our Shine counselors, especially here in Needham. We were booking about 4 to 6 weeks out. We're now booking only 1 to 2 weeks out, which is a lot better volume-wise. We can get folks in faster, but really good that our appointments are being filled and that folks are taking advantage of our program, even in what would be considered our sort of downtime or busier or less busy seasons. So everything is going well with Shine and we continue onward. Any questions for me? Nope. Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks, Michelle.
Good meeting.
And then Isa's gonna go next, because she has another Zoom after this. All right, Isa.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I have to skip the line, but I have a class reunion Zoom. Nice to see everybody. We are still dealing with the pay for series. It's people have stopped complaining, but they're just not doing it. So starting in the next cycle for May, June, if it's a Zoom event, you won't get the link unless you pay for the series. We've told people that they can come for scholarships, that they can come and see me because every story is different. So we'll see how it goes. But the front desk is fielding less complaints. The thing that's made me the happiest lately is we're doing a monthly dance party. And when I tell you that it's brought in new faces, the staff love it, the participants love it. It sounds so silly, but you just play some good music and it makes people very happy. We have made a few new partnerships. Jess and I met with the assistant director of the library today. I thought it was such a good feeling that she was not only concerned about programming, but she was concerned about taking care of seniors through the library and partnering with us. Jess can talk about more of that if she wants, but I thought she was a great asset to Needham. The compass is at the printer right now. We're very busy. I don't know if you saw in the board report. I think there was a little confusion last time about swipes in with the card. And what we reported when I said that it was like 27,000. well, this last month was over 30,000. And it's not just the people swiping in that we had 30,000 people come and swipe in, but they swiped in for various, like if one person comes in and swipes in for 4 things, that's what adds up to the 30,000. I still think that's very impressive. We are offering later van service rides that we haven't been able to in the past. We're a little challenged right now because we have a couple drivers hurt and out, and we're down a van. But Stefan's working his magic, and so now the latest van can leave at 3:30. So if there's a program at 1, which most of our specials are, someone can get home at night. That's about, I mean, all our regular programming is going great. We're still sticking to our sort of, the formula that we do is a 9:45 coffee talk, an 11 o'clock special, not on Wednesdays and Fridays because that would interfere with bingo, and then a special at 1. And we're loving working with BID. We're working with their nutrition department, their cardiac department. I'm blanking on another department, but we're hoping to expand that. Fitness room is booming. That's it. If anyone has any questions, I'd love to answer them. And as I always say, the door's open. If you want to think of something tomorrow that you wish you'd asked me, you can let me know.
Aisha, it's Sue.
Hi.
Hi, you're also gathering the program data for the grant, so thank you in advance for that. That's the
That's a Kippy. That's Kippy's main job. So
yeah. Well, thank you. I'll remember her name eventually.
that's okay. You got a lot, and I do want to applaud you because I heard wonderful things about you at the FinCom meeting.
Oh,
No, we did. So thank you. It means a lot for those of us that work there.
thank you.
Thank you, Aisha.
All right.
Who was next? Jess, you can go next.
I'm back to high school, everybody. So have a great night.
Bye.
Thanks, Aisha.
I don't know if all the boards had a report of the FinCom meeting and how positive and supportive they were. Ed spoke eloquently and stressed some safety issues and health issues and general issues. Dan, I think they listened to Dan most because he presented his personal stories and lots of facts and numbers. But it was so different than the previous finance committee meeting. That they were just so supportive. They almost wanted us to come in asking for more.
I don't know about
Well, I want to make sure we were, Tim handled it very well, though.
Yeah.
If you realistic in the ask. They may not have been so supportive if the ask was a lot higher. But I was, it was very, and of course, Suze she laid the groundwork and she had them in the palm of her hands. All the numbers and all the, it was, I think, an excellent reception of the finance meeting.
It was an excellent meeting.
Jess, did you want to go and then I can go last?
Sure,
Yeah.
not much new. Well, hi, everybody. Sorry. Not much new. Our numbers are up. It's been really, really busy, in our social work department. I couldn't tell you why, but this happens sometimes, so staff's working really hard, so I wanna give a shout out to the social workers. They've been nonstop the last few weeks, trying to squeeze everyone in. We do have a wait list again for the counseling program. I expect it'll grow a little bigger when the Compass comes out. It always does. Carrie did some like flyers and outreach for the program and it worked, so now there's a little bit of a backlog, but we're doing our best to get through it. Our intern is wrapping up, Stephanie, next week, which we are so sad about. She's wonderful, and she's been doing a lot. So we did request another intern, from BC. And if they can't, we'll go one of the other programs. So, having an intern has been a huge help for our department. We want to keep that going. And great networking. We're still doing office hours at the community council. Like Aisha said, we met with the library this morning. They're interested in having our staff come and train them, and potentially offering some office hours there. Youth and Family is offering some office hours there, I think maybe weekly. And we're thinking of maybe doing the same if we can figure it out staffing wise. That's the big question, but they're very eager to have us do a training on, you know, how to help patrons, you know, in crisis or patrons that need support. So hopefully in the near future, we're gonna go and meet with their staff, talk about what we do, you know, when to refer to us, when to call us, what they can do, kind of the resources out there. So we're really excited about that partnership. They seem very, very eager to work with us, so that was awesome. I don't know if I reported it last time. We applied to Metro West Health Foundation for some increased food supports. Gotta know. We'll keep looking. We'll keep trying. Just in line with everything that's going on with the federal government and cuts, we're nervous that will impact our meal program. So, you know, we've talked to the school about possibly working with them and we're looking into funding for that. Right now, we're all fine. We're just being extra cautious in case we experience any kind of trickle down cuts in that arena. So Isabel's still doing office hours at the food pantry. That's going great. Yeah, nothing major new. We're still running some groups. I'm starting a knitting group at the Housing Authority. Lord help them if they have any questions, but but really the goal is to reach people that we haven't reached yet. And it was something that I got feedback from their director that they were interested in starting. We have a lot of supplies here, so hopefully it'll just be like a supportive environment and a way for people to, you know, I'll sneak in information about the senior center while I'm there. So that's exciting. So that'll be once a month at each community. In terms of volunteers, we're steady. Volunteers are still instrumental here. We have our volunteer appreciation luncheon on Monday. I'm sorry, I forgot to include you all on the initial invitation, but it's not because we don't love you. So hopefully you got it and hopefully you can come. We're looking forward to just celebrating all of our wonderful support. That's it. Any questions for me or?
For me, I don't have a lot to add. I just wanted to say I'm continuing the MCOA directors meetings, attending those monthly and along with the Springwell updates, I provide those. But I also definitely wanted to share with the board, because of spacing, we have to juggle rooms around and it's been not so well received to participants that normally if a room is, they're normally in 219 and because of another program, we make the decision to change the room somewhere else and sometimes the behavior about the switch has not been very great. So if you hear participants, I've been saying, you know, I'm glad we're busy. We don't intentionally do it. No room has a specific place and we should do our best to continue running the program. So I just wanted to let you know that yes, it's always going to be the type of juggling because the amount of program we do, which I'm happy about, where you know participant has variety of choices, but participants are not patient about change. So just wanted to share that with you, and if you have a conversation, if you have anything that can help the understanding, I would greatly appreciate it. And I also attended the dance, not all day, I just went down and it was, I was surprised it was well attended, so, yeah, so. A lot of exercising going on.
Do you have any information on the MBTA lot yet?
So we have the spots, I think we were waiting on the signs to be put up.
So we can use them now?
No, we don't have the signs
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I wouldn't want anyone to get a ticket, but I know we have been in touch with DPW about the signage. And I think we're just waiting on the signs.
Okay.
How many
Thank you.
spots do you think I'm getting?
I think we have 12.
How many?
Well,
I think we got 12. If it's not, don't quote me on it. It may be 10 to 12, but I thought they
I
said.
think it's the
10 to
spaces
12.
right along the street.
Exactly.
good.
So I talked with the men who were working with painting the.
We saw him that day.
Oh.
Yes, and,
Is that what he was doing, painting the lines?
right, he's painting the lines, and, he did say, they wouldn't be ready right away because they had to go through the usual system to get approvals or whatnot, but that those are our spots, from the, you know, 12 sounds like the right number.
peanuts.
It's
Well,
better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
So I think if we get them. I think that if the staff park there, it might be easier. No,
I think we're better off parking in the back because of the door,
yeah. I
because
know.
we can go in the back door. But
But
yeah,
it would be nice.
I'm parked there right now, so I'll let you know if I get a ticket. Chances. Guinea pigging it.
Have some reserved for, speakers, performers, people who
Yeah.
come to do something here. And a dedicated place where they can park and take, many of them have a lot of stuff to
You can't
carry
reserve
in.
spaces.
Well.
No, you just put cones out, you just
Would be
put cones
different.
out.
Oh, they
That's
moved
what
the
I'm-
cones. Yeah, they.
Oh, do they?
That's
Have
why.
something stand out there, that's what we used to do, in the Distinguished
people-
Career Award,
People move.
we would have guys stand out in the parking lot to save the
Right.
spot so the kids wouldn't park up there when we had our one event. You just have a couple of guys stand out there and drink coffee.
Puts cones on the side of the parking lot. And he doesn't keep them there the whole time, but while he needs it, he puts the cones and then takes them away, but that eliminates a parking spot. I think we can work it out. I think it's important that they not have to drive around and around and around, and everyone's waiting for them to come in
Yeah.
and start, and, it creates, I think we eliminate a lot of commotion.
Yeah, we can work on it. We can also ask if they can arrive a little bit earlier too.
Maybe that's 6 to 12 isn't much, knowing what the VFW, what the MBTA is looking for money. But 6 to 12 is good, better than nothing. Maybe that's a beginning to later go in and ask for more. I don't think
I mean,
6
they
to
just
12 is even one row there.
So as one who counts parking spaces, and I think the Birds Hill lot on Great Plain Avenue determines somewhat who parks here. We're up to over 200 cars a day at the Hersey Station lot. So,
Do they have empties there yet?
yeah, they still have about 50 or 60 or 70 empties, but that's the highest it's been since the pandemic, and it's been going up, so I think we should just be thankful for what we have.
Well, I've seen this lot fill up. a
There
lot.
were 30 here one day, it's the most cars we've ever had here either.
Latanya, do we know what the approval process is and who needs to do what?
It's already been approved. I'll follow up with Tim, but I think the last I heard from Tim Kate, the negotiating, everything was done. They were just waiting for the signage. And now that I know the line's been done, I'll ask them how much longer. And I-
I mean, it's been a very long process.
Oh, yeah, you know, bureaucracy.
I don't have my phone with me. I would text him now.
Later.
We can make some signs and put them up.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Do you want to go now and
Sure.
hold off on the minutes?
Sure, no problem. All right, I'll begin with last month, March 29th was our Vietnam War Veterans Day. And we had our celebration event at the Cepalo Circle in Needham. That went very well. I keep forgetting always to grab and we use a pair of gloves because holding that weapon is cold as you do from day to day, time period. One thing that I will say is, we missed Kate at the event, but you can't be in two places
I
at
can't
the
be at
same
two places at
time.
the same
So
time.
you were much obliged for your effort at the VFW, for the collation, the setup and everything else. Yeah, we appreciate that as always. We have our new VSO, Dan O'Neill, he's on board. I was interacting with him. I would sit with him, I think it was about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I convinced him to join the VFW. He's a Needham resident and he's only a stone's throw away from the VFW post. So that's good because at least he'll be in the know, he'll be in the loop. So very good with that. He didn't seem to have any hesitation, which was good. And I also met with him so far and spoke and gave him copies of things that I gave our previous VSO, TJ. And as I saw the email that came through with the compass, the latest one that's going to be coming out, I noticed that he added a few topics to his general Thursday appointment. So that's good. He's showing, I guess, some interest, which is good. He's got a lot of shoes to fill in after TJ, but I'm sure he'll be up and running very well. Our April 2nd, 2025 Needham Council on our senior center on that date, we were supposed to have in the morning, was supposed to be a joint meeting with the Needham assessor. One assessor was supposed to come here, talk, present whatever he's going to present to the senior center. Unfortunately, I came presented, prepared. Unfortunately, they didn't show. They called the senior center ahead of time. I was here, I was waiting. Then when I asked the table there, they said, well, they called up during the week and said that they're too busy. They can't send anybody. That's too bad because then my question didn't get answered. But in either case, relative to that issue, I will be mailing another package to the select board relative to the Community Preservation Act exemptions available for veterans. So I will present it to them. I will mail it to all three. I hope that Heidi got reelected.
She did.
She did, outstanding. So I'll mail it out to all three. They will have it amongst themselves. They will have it available for their May meeting that they have. I guess they put everything together and discuss it at that time relative to different issues. The other one that I have as a comment, the Needham to Arlington Community Walk, the 125-year thing. It's on for April 19th. The Needham Historical Society has asked the VFW for some participation. I guess they did it last year too. So they got an honor guard that's coming, but they also asked for a rifle detail. So I volunteered for that one, but I'll bring a pair of gloves this time. And other than that,
I'm sorry, I didn't.
April 19th,
Thank
it's
you.
a Saturday.
Thank you. Ted, there was something about a vehicle that those who wanted to go.
Yeah, there was, I guess the vehicle still stands at $60 per head.
Yes.
You know, if the Needham Historical Society is looking to even have Needham represented, and you're asking Needham veterans to come to VFW to represent, one would have thought that they'd turn around and say, come on board for the bus, we'll pay for it. We haven't heard anything like that, and what has happened at our last VFW meeting, this was commented on and everything, and I guess we got a few fellas that are gonna volunteer to drive. So, in essence, the heck with the other bus. But it would have been good on a bus because evidently the bus, from what I understand, it goes and takes you through it takes you through like the scenic areas and gives you some explanation of some history related to this event. So if we're driving there by ourselves, it's gonna be only point A to point B and that's it, and be there for the function. So yeah, it was mentioned, yes. One other item that I will also say is we did mention at the post at the last meeting, again, brought it up. The Needham Council on Aging, the Needham Historical Society is looking to have veterans sign up at the senior center here for telling their story, so to speak. And I think that's May 13th. So I will just make another comment next month. But we made an announcement at our monthly meeting. We did it already twice. We'll make it again in the May meeting at the beginning of the month, because we have our meeting 1 week before this meeting. I don't know if Needham Cable Channel is also involved in this, and I know we did, maybe it's a couple of years ago, we did something where the veterans could volunteer if they wanted to, specifically with the Needham Channel, and they did a presentation that way as well. So this maybe you could repeat it, or maybe you could get some new folks on, you know, that want to volunteer for telling their story, so to speak, but we'll pass that along as well. That's about all I've got.
I have to say, it's nice to see the guys downstairs when they wear their hats and they have all the pins and the Korean War, all the different wars. And
Yeah.
always very anxious to talk about it. Which
Yeah,
is nice.
Yeah, sometimes they are, yeah. A lot of times, when you go different places, not necessarily that hat, but this particular one, it's got a couple of things on it, but the point is you wear it and somebody else gets it, oh, a Vietnam vet or a Korean vet, or a Vietnam vet meets a Korean vet, which is kind of strange, but, because a lot of them are gone already, but, when you do come across somebody, and I come across some people that see it, and, they don't have one on, but all of a sudden, oh, when were you there? This and that, and you talk back and forth. I'm flabbergasted by the camaraderie that takes place between the two people.
Yeah.
And it's like, you never met this person in your life, you will never meet them again, but it's like either a brother or a sister.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, yeah. You're right. That's it, thanks.
So shall we? Would you like to say something?
Okay.
Just as mentioned, the volunteer lunch on Monday, and a few of us on the board have helped put this together. We've been to Conrad's to get a menu together. We want to welcome them to town, so we tried them first, and getting some favorite cookies from Hazel's. So, and we set up our dates for the ice cream social in the summer, and the annual meeting, and the Halloween. They liked that ice cream float, the root beer float last year, so we got those all set, the dates anyway. And the boutique is doing well. Isabel and Sue are doing a great job going through all the donations. A lot of times the stuff that's left there is not saleable or not usable, but so they have to go through and use their discretion and take it somewhere else or throw it away. But anyway, they're doing a great job with that, and it is doing well financially as well, too. And I don't know if Beverly mentioned this last time, but among other things, we have the Friends paid for moving some fitness equipment from North Hill that was donated to Steve in the fitness room. And so he's very happy to have that. It was free, but we needed somebody to bring it over, to have it and put in place properly. So this company came and did it, and Friends took care of that. So that's what I really have right now. So let's see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let me call you that. I think it's August 14th. Yeah, and the root beer thing, I think, is on Halloween. Because we're gonna have a scary movie that. Maybe this is a good time to approve the minutes from February March. We had some, I think, used to change the February report, and we didn't get to do it last time, so. Yes, would that be next?
Yeah, there was one issue that Latanya sort of squared it away. I think there were like 2,700 visits.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't get it.
it was the hours that was in there.
I sent it, I think, when I sent it to Annie, you didn't get the, corrected changes. I know I sent it to Dan.
Okay, yeah, as long as the board has seen it.
Okay, but I can send it out again.
Yeah, I think we should just approve them with the change.
Okay, so that's fine. Everybody in agreement, yes?
Yes.
What about,
I'll second that.
thank you. What about the March? Questions, changes? Want to see this?
I saw them, I read them online. They were attached.
Yeah. Yeah. All in favor of approval?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
I'll second.
I don't like it. Never. All right, old business? Anything?
We take a vote.
Yeah, all in favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
I don't like the procedure, I never. I'm sorry, no, but it's all right, we have to do it by the book, I will finally get it going. All right, once again, old business?
I forgot to say something. I just want to give another shout out to Sue. We wrapped up our tablet grant. We've given out, I think 70, I don't know, so 75, 76. Of the iPads. We're still gonna continue to get out there's 96 total, but Sue's been instrumental in collecting data. And we're working on kind of looking at it, and we'll do the final report back to the state, the end of this month, but I just wanted to give her a shout out because it wouldn't have happened without you, so.
That's a wonderful program.
Thank you, yeah. Yeah,
I'll get it done eventually, Jess.
you are, you have a section of a brain that I certainly don't have, so thank you.
New business?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.